Okay, today, welcome back, Mainly Muscle Cars. I'm Tim and this is cameraman Ken, looking at a 1968 Bronco. This one here, really good Bronco. This is kind of set up, this is a really nice driver. Kind of everything on this truck is geared towards being a driver. It's got the upgraded 351 Windsor. It's got an NV 3500 5-speed transmission. It's got Hydro Boost disc brakes. It's got disc in the front, drum in the back. Really nice setup, a modern unit. It's hydraulically driven, so it's not a vacuum assist, so it works like a modern car. Upgraded LED projector headlights, so it's as bright as your modern car. So if you were out looking for a Bronco to drive, you wanted to kind of maybe commute to work a few days a week, enjoy the summer, or if you did want to actually do a road trip in your Classic, this is the type of options you'd be looking for. It's a mild lift. It's just a 2.5-inch lift, 33-inch tires, 355 gear set, so 350 and 354s in the front anyhow, but good setup. I mean, you can drive this thing on the highway extended distances. It's very comfortable, and because it's not very high, you're not getting as much, you're not as top heavy, you don't get as much wind buffeting. Just a nice setup. So we went ahead and we did a mild tint on the windows, and since this is kind of more geared towards being a driver, I didn't do a really dark tint, just enough to kind of help keep the heat of the sun out and also give a little more of a modern look than just kind of the standard greenhouse look of a Bronco. Also, tire and wheel wise, we went with a BF Goodrich all-terrain setup. This is a 15-inch done on the Anson style wheel. So this is the old 5 slot that was made really popular back in the day on these. So nice square tread design on it. These are brand new tires. I like the white letter on this also. It kind of just goes with a little bit old school look. But nice package just as a driver. The Bronco itself, sold new in California. It's been a West Coast Bronco its whole life. Has original floors in it, original metal, very solid unit. You'd be very hard pressed to find a more rust-free truck than this one. Just kind of all around, this one is in good shape. We'll get some pictures of the undercarriage. You can take a look at those original floors and rockers and stuff. They look really nice. So not only is it just a good solid Bronco, build wise, I mean, just the base of it is good, so you'll have this one for years to come. If you're kind of looking for a long-term relationship, these are the things you look for. Now, this is an older restoration, so work wise I believe there's 71,000 miles on the build, and that's a good thing because it's actually been driven, the bugs are worked out, you can safely get in this one. A lot of the fresh builds are very low miles. Sometimes you run into issues that things haven't quite been scienced out like this. There's a couple imperfections in the paint that you're going to find when something is driven, but for the most part, the paint looks nice and tidy. There's no obvious dents or large dings or big scratches. There's some stone chips and things like that, but overall, the paint looks nice. The glass is in good condition. Man, just a really nice Bronco, and it's clean. All right, guys, just out test driving the 68 Bronco. It's a good truck. This one was built to drive. It has been driven. It's got 71,000 miles on the restoration. Cool thing about that is it's been done nice. I mean, it hasn't been out and used hard. Still runs really nice, drives really nice, and it has received improvements along the way, like the 5-speed transmission is a new addition. So roughly 500 miles on that, and so you've got new clutch, rebuilt NV 3500 transmission, so it's a modern 5-speed. So all synchronized gear sets, and it has that 5th gear overdrive, which is the big one to have. Also with the Windsor, it's nice because it has the torque to pull it pretty much anywhere. So it's just this little. Just light throttle, pulls nice and easy. So this is a 3.5 gear truck. Currently we're at 55 miles an hour in 4th. and there's fifth. So fifth gear, there goes the rock. The fifth gear, really comfortable. It drives nice and straight. This is one that you can drive. You can see how much input that I'm having to get it. You know, that's at about 55 miles an hour. So just a good truck. If you want one to drive, this is an excellent one. It's a good looking truck. Certainly you can commute with this one. It can be your sunny day truck. You know, camping, pretty much you name it. Everything works really nice. We've got a nice setup of gauges. We've got a nice stereo. The heater works. So just a good tight truck. Nice one to drive. Again, comfortable at 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. Just one hand. So just a good truck. Also, real nice downshift, real nice upshift, and if it does get to be too much, of course this one has Hydro Boost disc brakes, which if you drive a late model car, chances are this is what you have. What it does is it's driven off the power steering pump, so it's a hydraulic assist rather than a vacuum. So which means with a vacuum, you kind of lose that first boost signal when you touch the brakes. The engine has to build more vacuum. With the hydraulic, engine's running. All you have to do is push farther, not harder. And so the assist doesn't go away. You've got a nice linear pedal. So that way, if you've got a wife or a young driver that isn't familiar with old vehicles and the characteristics of the brakes, this one's going to be a lot more easy for them to kind of get in and figure out how to drive it. You know, as far as you get in and you're not paying attention, young driver, or heck, you and you're just trying to get to work, these brakes are going to stop significantly better than the factory vacuum setup. Also, this is a disc drum configuration. It's got a working, you know, emergency brake. So this setup really is, it's just a good, friendly one to get in to drive. So, but you know, pretty much everything on this truck was geared to be a driver.